Now I will show you how to use the Team Foundation service to continuously deliver a Windows Azure website. First of all, we're going to create ourselves a brand new Windows Azure website. In the portal, that's really quick and easy to do. I name it TF Service CD for continuous delivery, and I create the site. In a matter of a few seconds, the website is created. It has a public URL and we can browse to it. There's a template site deployed. The next thing I will do is to browse to my Team Foundation service and create myself a brand new team project. If you haven't created a visualstudio.com subdomain with your first name, in my case Magnus, I urge you to go and do that immediately, or your company name, for instance. So I create myself a team project in my Team Foundation service. It's been created, and I can navigate to it. So here is my brand new team project. The next step is to look at the connect to this Team Foundation project. Connect to my Team Foundation service and select the newly created project. I will now map the source control of this team project, of this destination, to a local folder on my computer. I've prepared a folder for this, and I will hit map. It asks whether it should download the contents of this source control folder or project. It's been downloaded. Now I want some code to check into this folder. So I will go and copy a website straight into this folder, just like this. Copy a complete website with unit tests straight into the folder. You will use yours, of course. I only have a simple demo site right here. Some people like to call this trunk. It's optional. You can call it whatever you like. So here I have my solution, which I will open up in Visual Studio again. I guess I could have used the other instance of Visual Studio that I already had, but this will work the same. I will now add my solution to source control. Visual Studio knows that I am in a folder which is integrated with source control. And now I have some pending changes to check in. All of my source files. Now, before I do that, let's go back to the website which we created and make sure that we also set up deployment from source control on this guy. I will select Team Foundation Service and of course connect from my Windows Azure website over to my Team Foundation service, which was magnus.visualstudio.com. I will authorize this, a one-time authorization, accept the authorization, and select also to integrate with the project that we created. So I haven't committed any code to this yet. It's an empty repository still. Now when this is linked up, it will not automatically try to deploy something from the source control. It will give us, it'll take a second to link up. It says that on the next check-in, this project will be deployed. Next check-in. Okay. So I will now hit check-in. Yes, go ahead and check in all my items. So I will now check in my code to the source control in Team Foundation service. What we need to do now is head over to see how the build is progressing inside of our Team Foundation service. check the queued builds, and yes, absolutely, here's a build. Now I can jump forward in time a little bit and realize that I have a failing test, a unit test. I of course wanted to show you that unit tests are also taken into consideration out of the box when integrating with Team Foundation Service. So I have an assert fail in a unit test here on purpose, which I will now correct, or at least comment out the assert fail. We'll go back and do another check-in with this change to kick off another build, one which will not fail. Fix the failing test, check in. So I'm now a second time checking into the Team Foundation service. Go back and check my builds, look in the queue, and there's the new build. This build takes a little time to run through, but I will skip forward in time and note that we now have a successful deployment to Windows Azure. When I go back and refresh my website, you can see that I have deployed the simple website that I had checked in, and the portal shows an active deployment already deployed for me, so that I can follow and see which deployment is in Windows Azure at any given time. Thank you very much for listening.